Hello and welcome back. Hope you're good, doing well, and hopefully you can hear me. Sound is all right. Okay, so I guess everything is all right on your end, and had a perfect holidays. Yeah, I hope that you had a perfect holidays and enjoy your holidays. And let's get back to the 2024. All right, so I'm gonna look at this. So if anyone wants to join us looking for membership or trade setup or training, just simply visit wave-share.com and check the membership levels over there, or fill that form for further information. Okay, now let's get back to the charts. I haven't posted much on a trading view since we can say that December. Okay, I haven't posted much on December, so hopefully you had a great holiday. So market was not slow, okay, yeah, so we had a decent move, especially on the risk on assets. So risk on assets did really well in December, and also we have seen a decent moves in the crypto market as well. Okay, so let's look at this BTC. Yeah, so BTC is simply just heading, and we are having some decent sharp sell-off from this previous high, where we were anticipating it to start pushing further higher than that top. Okay, and I have just recently posted update on Bitcoin. Yeah, so previously we were anticipating, if you remember, that price action here and sell. Yeah, so we got that sell, but we did not see continuation. And if you guys remember that, I have explain this price action pretty much in detail in the previous weekly market outlook. If you remember that still one more leg higher was possible. Yeah, so we simply went higher for another leg higher. Yeah, if you remember that comparison with oil chart. Yeah, so we had that we are having that leg higher. Okay, so it's not a surprise, we can say that on Bitcoin. Yeah, so there was a buy opportunity on the Ethereum. If you remember that chart was also posted with that. All right, when we had next leg was just pushing higher, and we were having a buy opportunity on Ethereum from that low, and led by the BTC. Yeah, so nicely Ethereum went up to, I think went up to 2700. all right, still possibility to go higher, but right now we are not anticipating it to push more higher from the current price. Yeah, so we'll talk about that, what we can expect. So that leg higher appeared, all right, and led by the BTC. Yeah, and hit that previous high. So similar trade appeared over there just recently. I have posted that on Telegram as well. Yeah, updated that chart. Yeah, so similar trade appear over there. So we were anticipating it to hold this area and go higher. Yeah, price came but did not exactly hit that low and started to push higher. Yeah, so there was a short to medium term buy opportunity appeared over there from this previous low. Yeah, led by the BTC. We clearly can see that BTC was farming high within that structure, within that. Yeah, this high BTC was breaking that high in this area. All right, and we clearly can see that the Ethereum was setting up for a leg higher, so buy opportunity was appearing over there. So we have seen that trade just recently over there. Yeah, it did not exactly hit that low. Yeah, where we were anticipating it to at least hold that previous low. So nice leg just appeared over there. Okay, so I was talking about this chart, so I'm gonna close these. So that chart, all right, and just recently we have seen that the BTC is just simply reversed after hitting that top. All right, and we have seen aggressive sell over there from that 50k mark. All right, so 50k market is tagged, and you guys are just simply cautious. If you are still looking for crypto to continue to keep pushing more higher, you have to be cautious. All right, that 50k mark may not break higher at the moment on the Bitcoin, yeah, and we may see a big sideways market. So we'll talk about that. Okay, and we may be heading towards the 30 or even 20k mark again. All right, so that this lag and the recent move is just simply appearing over there in Bitcoin. We clearly can see that it's just broken out that channel, and okay, so we may see further aggressive sell-off. So we can see that the ETF, ETF has been accepted by the SEC, all right, and that's the reason which was driving the, we can say that's the reason which was driving the BTC for upside, but that's not the only reason which was driving the Bitcoin higher. The main reason was that the inflation peaked and the rate yields started to fall. That was causing the Bitcoin to go higher. Yeah, so basically the risk on move was happening over there on a Bitcoin. Yeah, so if you remember my weekly chart, I have explained on that chart and even have shown you in the previous weekly market outlook. Let me bring out that chart quickly. Yeah, so that's the main reason which is driving the Bitcoin higher. All right, so this is the old chart. Bitcoin went higher aggressively and rates went lower. Okay, this is the main reason why Bitcoin was pushing higher. And recently we were expecting this similar situation. Okay, Bitcoin to go higher and rates to go down. So yields are falling after hitting 550. Yeah, so slightly went higher but going down. All right, and Bitcoin is pushing higher. So rates going down. Yeah, so Bitcoin was pushing higher. So this is the main reason rather than the ETF. So ETFs, ETF can be used to press the Bitcoin price lower rather than for more upside. All right, so very much similar like gold is doing. Yeah, so paper market can be used to bring down the gold prices. So similar kind of scenario we may see on the Bitcoin, but right now we are not looking at the ETF to press the Bitcoin prices to the downside. Right now we are simply looking for slowdown. Okay, slowdown. We'll talk about that, what we are having on the inflation, what inflation is doing and what rates are doing, and what we can expect from from the risk on assets, and also everything is not right in the geopolitical at the moment in the world. All right, so this chart is so going down. Okay, so we may see further drag lower on Bitcoin. Yeah, so we'll talk about that, why we can see what's the reason which can drive that to the downside. Okay, so the trade was here. Okay, so the reason to explain that chart, why this move happened. Okay, and then we have seen significant sell off on the BTC after ETF ETF acceptance from the SEC. Okay, Bitcoin was going down on news. All right, so rumors were driving higher and news is pushing lower. So we have already seen, okay, this trade is already appearing over there. I was expecting it to just simply go down from there. All right, it pushed higher and started to drag lower and correcting over there, and we may see further downside, very much similar like BTC. Yeah, so this trade will be okay to chase as long as you see that the Bitcoin is just simply dragging lower. It's a simple trade, easy trade. Okay, so have every time when you see that the Bitcoin is pushing higher but Ethereum is not pushing higher, you can chase that Ethereum. Or if you see that the BTC is pushing down but Ethereum is not falling, you can chase sell that Ethereum for the downside. Yeah, it's an easy trade, and you can find that trade. I have shared that trade many times. Yet these two charts I have already shown you. So even You can see those charts on my profile, on TradingView profile. Yeah, so the previous one was that, I guess, right? Yeah, I guess this was the previous one when Bitcoin was breaking the previous highs, but Ethereum was just stuck over there at 2000. So it was a buy. It's an easy trade. You can catch that whenever you see that. Okay, now let's get back to let's get to the clean chart first. So we'll talk about that, why we can expect Bitcoin to go down from this previous high. So the analysis is very much simple. I have made that before, and shared that on YouTube as well. Okay, so you need to understand this, what has happened over there. Okay, so we may see similar kind of sideways move here, as I'm saying over there. Okay, very much similar kind of move. You need to understand inflation, what inflation has done over there. Okay, and we are just simply heading into the same picture again. So as we can see that the China is global growth engine. Okay, so when China is spinning on full speed, we can see that the world is doing okay. But when China is not doing okay, means that the global growth is not going to sustain its pace. All right, and China, we can see that it's not doing really good. I have shown that that analysis before. So if I'm gonna look at the China, okay, what China is doing, let's look at there. So they are fighting with the disinflation at the moment. I've shown that chart before. Okay, there we can see that, and if I'm gonna put my left side, the US one, shown that chart before, guys. So just reminding you why, and then we're gonna come back onto the Bitcoin, what Bitcoin can do. So we need to understand that. All right, so the US inflation gonna be on my left side. Okay, so there we can see that the inflation, significantly back in. All right, so we're going to talk about this back in 2020. All right, and the inflation tagged in May to the floor. Okay, so back in May 2020, U.S. inflation tagged to zero. All right, and during the COVID, if you guys remember that. So similar thing happened in November in China. In November 2020, we have seen that the inflation at the end of the year, okay, at the end of the 2020, inflation tagged to zero. So we can clearly see that the China is fighting with the disinflation, means that there is no demand in the China. Okay, so demand is not there in the China. So supply is there, but demand is not there. So why demand is not there? Because rates are very much high in the Western countries, where the most demands comes to the China. All right, they are having higher interest rates, and which is pushing the demand lower. So that's why the China is fighting with the disinflation. And another thing is the supply chain. Okay, back in 2020, 2022 or 2021, we were talking about that the diversion or moving supply chain from the China to other countries to contain the China. Okay, that's playing behind that disinflation story in the China. So companies like Apple moved away from China, right? Many other companies, they moved their supply chain away from China, which caused the demand to go away from China. So China is just facing, with the disinflation at the moment. Okay, so similar situation we are anticipating back in the West. Okay, so West to behave similar ways, inflation to just keep falling to the downside. All right, so So this is leading us, this is telling us that where the rest of the world is heading. Okay, rest of the world is also heading you know, to see disinflation. All right, and now we need to, you know, look at this and need to compare that with this 2020. Okay, when inflation, when the whole world was facing the disinflation, then how the risk on assets were behaving, or how, you know, Bitcoin was behaving. Okay, and that can cause that we may see similar story on the Bitcoin again once the inflation gonna fall back to below 2, right, or below 1%. All right, so if I'm gonna go back to the Bitcoin, all right, or just simply gonna pull out my BTC chart on it. All right, so let's just pull out here, and there we can see that, okay, this little, you know, a wave to the downside wasn't little, okay, it was a huge move, but we can clearly see that I have shared that chart or analysis many, and you know, before as well. So we can see that the Bitcoin also went lower, and the inflation also dragged lower in the US. All right, so we are what's happening right now? Rates are higher, okay, and rates and central banks are saying that higher for longer simply, okay, which is going to drag the inflation lower. So if inflation goes down, obviously rates going to come down too. Okay, generally, okay, when rates goes down, so risk on assets, you know, should behave really well. They should keep pushing higher. Okay, that's the view. That's the I mean, people think that we are going to see, you know, we are going to have easy money. Okay, let's just buy. The cost of the money is going to go down. Let's just, you know, buy the risk on assets. So that's the you know, picture behind. General view is that, okay, but inflation, so when inflation gonna fall, then it's obviously gonna bring down the growth. Okay, when growth gonna come down, then we can expect the risk on assets to not behave really well. Okay, like the general view is that the risk on assets gonna continue to keep pushing more higher. Yeah, so we are going to see a big sideways market on the risk on assets as well, because of the slower growth, like growth we are having in China. Right, so slower growth, facing disinflation, yeah, and the rates coming down, but risk on assets are not pushing higher in the China, because growth is not there, no demand. All right, so that's why we can expect the Bitcoin to go down for another leg lower. All right, and if we use the copper chart, okay, copper chart also tells us that the slower growth is happening at the moment. Okay, so let me find the copper chart. This is the copper chart. Whereas the copper chart is telling us that the slower growth is happening over there. Okay, so the idea behind the Bitcoin to finish its move there and continue to keep falling in a sideways market like copper is just telling us. All right, and if I'm gonna pull out the BTC chart, all right, so similar move, we are anticipating a big sideways market on Bitcoin like we have seen already on the copper. Okay, that's the idea behind that. So why is that? Because inflation is coming down, rates will come down, okay, and the slower growth is being shown on copper. We may see, you know, similar kind of move on Bitcoin as well. So hopefully you understand the reason, okay, and the chart which I have already shown you. So we are simply looking for, okay, so this move has happened already. All right, so this is what we are looking, Bitcoin to at least go up to 30k. Yeah, so in worst case scenario, those who don't want to see Bitcoin to continue to keep dragging lower, so we may see, you know, a double bottom. All right, in worst case scenario, double bottom can happen over there, and again we may see a big run over there on Bitcoin. Okay, very much similar kind of picture, the picture which we have seen over there. All right, so if you are buying again Bitcoin at the current price, okay, so you have to be careful, guys. You need to understand that what's happening in the rest of the market. So On lower time frame, okay, what we are anticipating this current move which is just happening over there, okay, this to continue to keep dragging lower. All right, this triangle or the correction which is just appearing over there, that to break down. So the recent chart was showing us that breakdown, okay, we were anticipating it to break down, okay, and correct and continue to keep dragging lower, or give us another leg higher. Okay, we still can see another leg higher. Okay, I mean, there is still possibility to test that. You know, I don't see it at the moment. Okay, I see that the mess is just, you know, gone, and we may see further downside onto the downside. I mean, drop on Bitcoin. So one thing you need to understand, that if you are not sure how to trade, just simply, you know, don't trade on the Bitcoin. All right. So just take it as a lead. If it keeps falling, just follow the Ethereum. All right. Just go after the Ethereum. If Bitcoin keeps falling, but Ethereum's, you know, hold the previous high, just you know, you can sell the Ethereum from the top. Make sure you understand that when you are, you know, selling the Bitcoin and Ethereum, use proper risk reward ratio. Okay, you are going against the trend which we are having from these previous lows. All right, and use proper risk reward ratio, and use you know, stop loss as well. Don't trade without stop loss. You are just going against the trend. All right, so you're looking for this to go at least up to this, or all the way to the double bottom. All right, so I'm gonna go to the lower time frame. Yeah, so price is just simply trying to hold that, hold those moving averages. So what you're actually doing, paying attention at these areas, okay, and looking for this move, small move, and if it is going to be very, very aggressive, then continue to keep falling all the way back to the previous low, up to 35k mark. All right, so that's the Bitcoin. And Ethereum gonna be, you know, a similar, the picture is already there. Okay, the all right, so I have already shared a chart over there. Let me just talk about that first. All right, this chart. Okay, so you see that chart. So you can see that my view is contradictory. All right, I'm you know, talking about Bitcoin to hold that and go down. Okay, and a big correction to appear over there. But on Ethereum, I'm talking about that this to go higher, all the way up to this previous higher where the BTC has already visited. All right, so Bitcoin has already visited 28 March 2022. All right, and but Ethereum hasn't visited that 28 March 2022. All right, and here I'm saying that one more leg lower, and here I'm saying that one more leg higher. All right, so the point behind is that we can clearly see that the Bitcoin is already pushing higher. All right, so Bitcoin is already pushing higher and is hitting the target which we were anticipating from these previous lows. All right, but why we are not looking to buy on the Bitcoin at the moment? All right, so there is no clear, you know, indication we are having at the moment which can let us know that yes, just keep buying the Bitcoin for more upside. If you remember that here I was talking about, you know, short-term buying in the previous weekly market outlook, buying here, yeah, within these areas, if you remember. So we are not having that kind of indication for more upside at the moment. So rather than looking for buy on the Bitcoin, okay, so you are looking to buy here. All right, buy here on Ethereum once you see that the Bitcoin is pushing higher. Okay, so hopefully you understand that. If you see that the Bitcoin keeps pushing more higher, all right, so ignore that buy. Just look at the Ethereum for a short-term buy opportunity. All right, so this picture, all right, is clearly showing us that the Bitcoin was dropping. Okay, so sell opportunity was forming over there on Ethereum. All right, so similarly, once you see that this is not breaking down, okay, Bitcoin, it's not breaking down, we are not having continuation to the downside. Okay, and we are going back up. All right, so rather than chasing that chart, okay, this move, so you should go after the Ethereum. Okay, so if I'm gonna, let's just look at the potential. Okay, so the potential. Let's look at the potential on between both charts, between Ethereum and Bitcoin. Why we may not see good potential on okay, so if I'm gonna pull out the okay, so it has already tagged our I mean the potential. All right, so this move, okay, so I'm talking about that move. If that wave happen, okay, so you don't chase that, but you looking to chase the Ethereum, okay, from this previous low, these areas, okay, this trade. Let me pull out the exact potential over there, so the exact risk reward ratio. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at this, so this is gonna give you, all right, so stop loss just behind these lows. So yeah, so right now we can see that the potential is very much similar, okay, up to this high, potential is very much similar. Let's just remove that. All right, but as I said that on a bigger weekly time frame, that the Ethereum can aggressively push higher. The move which we have already seen on the Bitcoin. All right, so we have already tagged that 28 March highs on the Bitcoin, okay, but we haven't tagged 28 March on Ethereum yet, okay, this area 28 March, right, this 28 March, this area 28 or 29, whatever. So the potential is going to be much more on Ethereum as with compared to the Bitcoin. All right, so there we can say that that trade can turn into 1 to 11, 1 to 10. That makes sense. All right, so for this move to happen, okay, Bitcoin can stay sideways or even can, you know, keep playing with that top for a while, So rather than going after this trade, I'm not anticipating it to just continue to keep pushing above 50k on BTC, okay, but as we know that the altcoins are still lagging, okay, some of them has just gone aggressively higher, but some of them still lagging behind the Bitcoin, okay, so they can catch up. That's the point behind that trade, okay. So rather than, you know, looking to catch the BTC trade, yeah, so look for Ethereum. That's the point. Hopefully you understand that. Okay, but right now, as I said, that the trade is this, okay, which is already happening over there from that. So this chart, I have explained that chart, what you're looking for on that chart. All right, so Ethereum, this, yeah, so this is just simply explain that, okay. So BNB was a good trade, okay. Now we can see that the BNB was a good buy opportunity over there and it's hitting in that high. So it still can continue for more upside. BNB still can continue to keep pushing more upside. All right, and if I'm gonna look at the BNB, yeah, so the 28 March, you know, 28 March here, okay, 28 March high, you can clearly see that the 28 March high still can be tagged by the BNB. All right. Okay, so makes sense. So the trade has already gone from that low. It was a perfect chart to pay attention when it was there at these areas. Okay, now what to do now? Okay, so short-term opportunities. You don't have a perfect, you know, longer-term opportunity which I have just shown you from there. That was a perfect opportunity. Let me look at the percentage. All right, so the percentage we are having, you know, 69%. All right, so 69%. And the second time buying was 50% over there, appearing over there, okay. But now you are not having that much percentage opportunity by percentage, okay. So you're looking this much, okay. So it's 15% or 16% short-term buy opportunity. These are, you know, short-term trade. And in best case scenario, if it continue to keep pushing more higher, you're looking just simply to hit that 28 March high 2022, yeah, this high. So 58% return can appear over there. So let me talk about the lower time frame trade, which are this trade, okay, this trade. So make sure you understand that if you are trading, you know, at current price, you are, you know, using proper risk reward ratio. Don't hold them and don't buy them and hold them for longer term. All right. So if you want to buy them now and want to hold them for longer term, these are not the best you know, coins at the moment. Okay, there are many other coins where you can buy and hold them for longer term and they can wait the price to jump. I will show one of them. Okay, if yeah, so it has a higher risk, yeah, but in, you know, has a higher reward as well. So I will talk about that you know, setup as well later on after these charts. Okay, so the trade you are simply looking, which is already happening over there. All right, so you're having a you know, this simple ABC move, you can say that is just simply happening over there. Okay, so price is holding these lows. Okay, so we are anticipating Bitcoin to keep dragging lower. Yeah, so if Bitcoin keeps dragging lower, we won't see more upside on it. Yeah, so we will see, you know, sideways market. It will, price will drag up to this low and you know, will give you a short-term buy opportunity. Okay, so you are simply letting the price to just simply hold these areas, the trend. Okay, so the trend, it's holding, it's coming close to the lows and holding the trend, and the trades you are looking gonna be something like that. Okay, so go with a, you know, reasonable risk reward ratio rather than, you know, aggressive. Okay, so look for, you know, 1-to-1 first, all right, or, you know, 1.5 first, all right, and if you see that the price, you know, keep pushing more higher, then you are looking to target that. Okay, this target high. And as I said, that in best case scenario, like the trade which we have seen here, okay, that was a perfect buy opportunity. Yeah, this was a perfect buy opportunity at this area. Yeah, this chart, that was a perfect buy opportunity, this chart at this low. So price, you know, prices just keep pushing more higher. Yeah, so if we are going to see similar kind of price action over there at current price at this area, at this place where the price is just holding the trend, okay, then as I said, that the 28 March high to continue, the target to continue to keep pushing more higher. Yeah, so still can see 1-to-17. So go for short term first, and if it, yeah, so we are having, you know, this setup is just simply appearing over there on many coins at the moment. Okay, this opportunity is just appearing over there, this short term, and make sure your stop loss is well placed over there. Okay, I mean, you are trading on this setup with stop loss. Okay, in case if it doesn't continue and price start falling, all right, then you are out. Rather than holding that trade for longer term, you are out and let the price fall back to the lows, and then you are loading again rather than holding, you know, your coins for longer term over there at those highs. Okay, so this is a short-term opportunity. So we are having that opportunity appearing over there. Setup is appearing over there on many coins. Okay, wherever you see this formation, okay, so trade that away, this formation. So trade that away the way I have just explained. Yeah, so Solana is also doing similarly. Yeah, so Solana is also doing similarly. You see that the Solana has almost tagged almost we can say that tag the 28 you know, March 2022 highs. Okay, so I do have a Solana chart, Solana, you know, Solana here. Okay, when, I mean, we were expecting Solana, so Solana is there. Yeah, so Solana, when we were expecting Solana to go higher, so Solana is in that trend. Okay, this trend, so in that trend, so we are heading towards that you know, March 28 high. I mean, almost tagged the target. Okay, Solana has just tagged that target, so we are not having much left on the Solana. So I'm not anticipating it to just push more higher above that 150. Yeah, in case if it does, then we'll see how that structure or formation or bigger formation is going to change. Okay, but as I have explained, that the BTC to go down, sideways market, bigger longer term sideways market. So similarly, we may see bigger sideways market on Solana as well. So Solana may drop after the Bitcoin. Okay, we may not see drop at the exact time on the Solana while Bitcoin is going down. Yeah, so we have that. We have seen that price behavior in the previous a drop on the this previous drop on the Solana and Bitcoin as well. So slight lag appears over there between these coins. So what is the trade I'm talking about? Okay, the trade I'm talking about is very much similar like the BNB. This. All right, so this place to hold, and 1-to-1 or 1.5 target first, stop behind that, okay, or go back up to this top, or give us a complete leg over there back to that previous high. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so the trade is very much similar like the one which I have just talked about within these areas. If you remember that in the previous weekly market outlooks, yeah, when price was correcting, short-term buying, correcting, short-term buying, short-term buying. All right, short-term buying, tagging the trend. Okay, so short-term buying. So this the current correction is getting bigger simply. All right, the current correction is getting bigger simply. So I have started with the crypto, so should have started with the Forex, but we'll look at the Forex as well. Okay, so trade is very much similar. So we are having short-term opportunities setting up over there on crypto, so that's why I have started with it. Okay, so you are looking similar trade like I have shown you on BNB. So so be vigilant and keep eyes on the price, okay, and trade accordingly rather than buying and forgetting. Don't buy and forget. These are not the coins to buy and forget at the current price. All right, so you need to get out on time, okay, rather than staying into the market. Okay, so that's what you are looking. So these are going to be the targets. These are going to be the targets you're looking for. All right, and this target, first 1-to-1 or 1.5 target, in best case scenario, this high. Okay, so this target and that target, and in best case scenario all the way back to the previous high for next leg higher. Okay, that's going to be the best possible move. Okay, like that, best possible move if that appears. So the best way, okay, so the best way to jump into the market is that look at the rest of the market, how the rest of the market is doing. Get the lead from there. Okay, if one is spiking, or one means that the bigger coin, like if Bitcoin is pushing higher for the next leg higher, yeah, as shown within that channel. Okay, if that goes higher, it's a clear sign that the rest of the market is going to take off. Okay, that's the best time to get in. All right, rather than the best time to get into the market. Look at the others and trade accordingly, rather than just blindly putting all your efforts on support and resistance and indicators. All right, indicators are definitely going to help you, but you need to look at the broader market as well to jump into the market. Okay, so again, if I go back to this chart, all right, this is clearly telling what this is telling you, what this chart is telling you. This is telling you that yes, it's dropping, all right, and going down. People sold it aggressively from 49, and it's going down, and it has dropped almost since hitting the 49k. Bitcoin has dropped almost 8k. All right, so it visited 41k. Yeah, So it has dropped almost 48k. What this was telling you, it was telling you that yes, people taking their money away from the Bitcoin. All right, so something is causing, there might be a a risk event which is causing this risk on assets to go down. All right, so how you can expect this to continue? All right, so it's a clear sign that there is opportunity for at least 1 to 1, 1.5, or in best case scenario 4.6. okay, these are the short-term opportunities on these Solana. Okay, so Solana is also similar picture. Let me remove that. Okay, so wherever you see this formation is just simply this bigger daily correction is appearing over there. So it's just a simple continuation opportunities forming over there. Okay, so other coins are also, so let me talk about the longer term buy opportunity. Then I'm going to talk about a couple of other coins. Okay, so the longer term opportunity is this. Okay, so if you want to buy for longer term, all right, and don't have enough time to come into the market and look at the charts every day, all right, then you're paying attention on this coin. Yeah, so everyone knows that what has happened over there to the Terra Classic. All right, so rather than talking about that a lot, so that what has happened over there, it was a stable coin. Okay, but the price has been manipulated by some sellers, and the crash, the price the recent lower low formed over there at 0.006, I think. All right, and this can give you a good return. Okay, what is happening over there right now? So the Terra lab, they are trying to save their project. All right, they are trying whatever they they are burning almost more than 1 billion more than 1 billion USTC has been burned. All right, so the higher numbers were 9 billion, I think. All right, I mean the total supply at the moment, the total supply we had 9 billion. Okay, but they burned 1 billion and brought it to 8 billion. Okay, and the market cap is in millions. So millions, somewhere close to 242 million. Recently when I saw that the market cap is 242 millions. And when it tagged that this previous low, it was 87 million. All right, so the market cap when it tagged that low, 87 million. So they are trying to burn the coins. Okay, trying to bring down that supply. So the lower the supply goes, okay, it's good for the coins for longer term. All right, but buyers are not coming. Okay, which is causing the coin to go down and hold these lows. Okay, what's happening, by the way, right now? So the Terra Lab, they are trying to save their project. All right, every time when price come close to these lows, all right, they come forward and trying to do something to push the prices higher. Okay, so what is your plan here? Okay, so if you don't have enough time to look at the short-term opportunities and want to buy and hold for longer term, okay, so I think this is the best coin at the moment to buy and hold for longer term. Even we know that this project is very less likely going to survive in longer term, but even if it is not going to survive, okay, and we are going to see another attempt from the Terra Lab to save this project, okay, we may see enough spike on that, okay, and that spike can give you a decent return. So how many times previously they have tried to save that coin? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on lower time frame 5. Okay, and just recently they hired a firm to burn their coins. Okay, and we had seen a decent spike over there. All right, so let's look at the potential which that spike has brought just recently. So recently the spike came over there up to 642%. Okay, so you need almost similar kind of spike again from these lows. All right, So similar kind of spike, or in best case scenario, go all the way up to that high, right? So up to 800%. Yeah, up to 800% means, you know, all right. So 0.10 is going to be the target. So if that, let's say if this is not going to happen, it's not going to push all the way up to that high. Yeah, so it will still going to give you enough, jumps over there on these areas to get out, right? These small time frame jumps, because they are trying to save their project, and at least you're going to have those jumps. So it's a longer term buying and holding opportunity. All right, so it's not a short term. So what you are simply looking right now at price to just keep dragging more lower. Okay, it's not a good place to buy right now at 0.20. All right, so let it go to this previous low, at least up to 0.010. All right, these areas. And if it is not, as I said, that if it is not going to jump for a big move to the upside, yeah, so still going to give you some decent moves. All right, like that. So 100% move appeared over there. All right, so let's just put the stop loss at below 0 simply. Okay, so there we can see that the 100%. All right, and another 100%. So this is the less, small move, a minimum move we can expect from this minimum. Okay, so it's a at least, okay, so at least you can get 80%. All right, so what you are looking on the Bitcoin, all right, so Bitcoin or Ethereum, so this trade is much safer as with compared to the Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, you are holding, price is not going below 0, you are holding. When price is going up, taking out your trade. Okay, but on Ethereum and Bitcoin, you have to accept your result, either stop or profit, or either loss or profit. Okay, but that is less. Loss is very less likely here. Yeah, on this chart. As with compared to those charts. Yeah, in case if project goes down fully, yeah, then yeah, you have to accept that loss. All right, then project has to go down. All right, fully go down. So that's the logic behind that. So if you want to buy then for longer term and want to hold that, so potential is much more there on that chart. All right, so how much potential going to be over there? Yeah, so the next leg higher, yeah, so 6%, 16%. Okay, so minimum 16% here on Solana short-term trades, 16%. And in best case scenario, you're looking it to go up to 67%. Okay, and Terra Classic, USTC has the potential to run up to 500 to 600%. Okay, so other charts are very much, this chart is also very much similar like that. Okay, very much similar move within this area. Yeah, so like that trade. And go all the way up to that previous top. Okay, so this is also Luna also go all the way back to this previous low, similar like the Terra Classic. And and Luna too. Yeah, so Luna Classic and Luna both goes down. Rose is very much similar like Solana. Okay, so if I'm gonna pull out the moving averages, so the setup is very much similar like continuation trade like I have shown you on the Solana or on the BNB. All right, so these lows stop. These areas, these are the places you're paying attention for entries. Okay, minimum trade, minimum target, and looking for them to this target. Okay, very much same setup, and that target. Okay, and in best case scenario, if we see that the rose is going to push higher, then this previous high. Okay, this previous high. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so same trade on rows, the continuation trade. Continuation trade here on okay, Raman coin. So March 2022 high is there. Continuation trade here. Okay, so the coins which are in a daily correction, they can break out for upside. If they don't break out for upside, then at least short-term opportunity gonna be over there. Okay, so come down and hold that low. Similar target, okay? So this high, or in best case scenario, to continue to keep pushing more higher. March 2022. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at them on daily time frame, there you're gonna see much clearer formation rather than 4-hour time frame. Okay, so same analysis. So low print, we got good move on low print previously, yeah. So same analysis, very much same analysis like the previously, yeah. So we were expecting it to break out previously. We got a breakout and continuation for upside at this area, right? And then again it went up to a daily correction. So I'm gonna look at the daily chart. These charts are very well behind the BTC. Okay, so if BTC, I mean, they can catch up. They can catch up the Bitcoin. So the trade is very much similar like other charts. Okay, this previous low. You're looking in trades within these areas. All right, within these areas, and okay, that's gonna be the target, and in best case scenario, just spike up very aggressively for upside. In best case scenario, go to the March 2020. Okay, so yeah, that's what you are looking. So charts which are, you know, having a daily correction over there, so same strategy on all these daily charts. Okay, Avalanche did well from the lows, from bottom. It went higher very aggressively from that you know, that low, yeah, this chart. Okay, so we are still way down from that March. All right, so we're still way down. So continuation trade gonna be over there. Okay, similar, we are having again daily you know, chart. So we still can see another leg higher. Okay, recently when I updated that, this move, this possibility still exists over there. So almost 200% move can happen over there. So 200% move can happen over there. So this previous low, almost 200%. Okay, so we are in a daily correction right now at this area. Okay, this move we are anticipating. So here, okay, let me bring down to here. Okay, so same strategy, nothing new. So yeah, so when you are, you know, trading on these coins, I'm showing just one strategy, one way to trade on them. Make sure, guys, you know, don't over risk. Okay, so risk accordingly. I mean, pick a couple of based on your capital. Okay, if you're having enough capital, you can trade on all them. If you don't have enough capital, just choose the the one which are close to the bottom, okay, which have moved already. All right, they're not going to give you a lot of return, okay, but which are sitting close to the bottom, spend on them. If they are rising, well, bang, you got a good move. If they are not rising, you're still going to be into the market, okay, and not going to lose much on them. You're still gonna get enough time to get out on those coins which are sitting close to the bottom. All right, so specifically if you are trading on them using spot. All right, so this place, okay, this previous low, so I hope that they will test, okay, and hold that rather than just keep pushing more higher. Yeah, so I guess they won't continue their move, okay, and we'll tag that these lows and even give you enough short term buy opportunity there, okay, within these areas, these lows. So if I'm gonna clearly point out that this area, these lows, you looking them to hold these lows, do not break down, okay, come hold. And if you see that one of them coin is just holding, yeah, if one of them is just rising and others are holding this low, that's going to be an indication for you that the rest of the coins are also going to push higher, yeah, and then bang on, jump in. Okay, so stop loss like that. Okay, so let's pull out another one target. Gonna be, these are the targets. One target gonna be here, one here, this, and the one here. And in best case scenario, the target gonna be much higher, as shown on the bigger time frame, 28 March or March 2022 highs. Best case scenario, March 2022 highs. These coins to continue to keep rising till that price, okay, 103. So it is at 31, okay, can run up to 103. If doesn't go up to 103, yeah, that's okay, just give us that move, okay. These targets, the targets just already showing over there. All right, so our launch is also same. And let's look at the NEM. All right, so let's remove that stuff and make it clear. And the chart is very much same like that, like others. Again, NEM also can we were expecting it to go higher from there. Okay, it went higher, yeah. So you can see that the bang, it went higher up to 08, 07, 08. Then again, went lower back to the lows. So yeah, there we can see that it went up. So we still can expect it to rise. March 2022. This place. All right, so it went higher this area, yeah, this place. So it went higher, yeah, we got that move, but we haven't got that target all the way back to the high. So we are back at the lows again, and we are also having a similar daily sideways correction. It's just simply happening over there. All right, these are cheap coins. Where they will go after hitting these lows, they're still gonna stay close to this low. I mean, they're gonna go to flat. Okay, that's the point. That's why I'm saying that coins which are already moved, okay, if you can afford to buy those coins, then you can look for these coins which are still sitting at the floor, very much similar like the Bitcoin. Yeah, if you remember that, this structure, we've seen that on Bitcoin. Okay, there, this, right? You see that when Bitcoin was sitting at that floor, not some of them, many coins are just simply stuck within that wedge, and once they're gonna spike, they can spike very, very aggressively for upside. Okay, so where are they gonna go? So they're gonna go flat. That's what can happen. Those coins, yeah. So we're gonna give you enough time to get out if you don't want to hold them. Yeah, what you can do, if it doesn't continue yet, it's gonna go down and gonna be flat over there. Then again can spike up. So it's a longer term, them is a longer term chart. We can say that's still stuck at the bottom, yeah, and it can spike up like that, right? Like this previous 2021 price behavior. So the the trade is very much similar. Okay, so hold these lows, these previous lows. Okay, that target and this high, or in best case scenario, as I said, that go much higher. All right, or you cannot use, I mean you cannot use stop loss over there on this coin if you are not happy with that stop loss. Okay, what you can do, if it keeps falling, all right, and stop you out at 03, okay, and goes to 02, then buy more. You can buy more at 02. All right, I mean, I'm talking about this. Okay, if it doesn't bounce back and goes down, all right, and this area you can buy back again from these lows and can get out whatever. Want to hold that or hold or buy, you can, you know, add more simply. So a very much similar chart. Okay, so the similar price action is just simply happening over there across these coins, which I have already shared. Okay, V chain is also similar. All right, so it's also correcting over there on that daily time frame, continuation formation. Okay, similar, you know, target, March 2022 highs. All right, and it's stuck over there. Yes, it was trying to go through this high, all right, but you know, struggling, all right, and going down again. So if I'm gonna pull out this trend, okay, so this daily move is just simply correcting over there, and let's remove that. All right, remove that and remove this as well. Yeah, and look at this way now, continuation. So continue the trend to go higher all the way. So lower time frame, similar, you know, setup, guys. So you can see that the price behavior is also very much similar across these coins. Yeah, these wicks, you can see that the wicks are very much similar, like each other's. Okay, so you're looking for these lows to hold, and these gonna be the target, and in best case scenario, continue to keep rising all the way to this high. Okay, so like that. Okay, so like this daily correction, which is just simply setting up to break out or upside. Near, same. Okay, so we were expecting it to go and from these lows to higher. Okay, it gone flat and finally took off. All right, so the March 2022 high gonna be, you know, I mean, almost all-time high. Yeah, so if that comes, then great. If not, then simply, as said, that the continuation move. Okay, so 4 to 5, maybe more than that, chart are identical. So if one goes higher, bang, it's a signal to alert you that the others are setting up for the similar move, going for the similar move. Okay, so I'm less optimistic for this to go that much high. All right, up to 20. So let's just be realistic. Okay, so just go there. All right, just go there, this area and that place. Okay, so daily time frame, same trade, yes, same correction, nothing new. We can see that you know, daily correction is just simply happening over there. So you are basically watching Solana simply. Okay, so if Solana is taking off, if you see that this is taking off, okay, going aggressively, taking that high off and pushing higher, others will you watching the others. Okay, the others which I have just shown you, Avalanche, Nemvet, and all these Raven Rose, these coins, yeah, near, and you know, VeChain, Avalanche. So yeah, we may see very much similar move on these charts too when you see that the Solana is pushing higher. Okay, so Zilka is also very much similar like that. Yeah, so we were expecting it to go higher. Yeah, but it went. Let me open that chart. We were expecting it to go higher or go down from this area and test the lows and then go higher. Yeah, so it tested that low and now pushing slightly higher. All right, so not at a best spot, we can say that. All right, I mean, continuation trade, it's not at a best spot to chase that for continuation trade. Okay, so you only look for it to just visit that low, right? So rather than, you know, chasing a continuation trade over there. All right, so if it tag that low, then you're paying attention over there at this area. I mean, 0.115, yeah, 0.015, these areas. So this is going to be a good price for longer term on, yeah, short term, even short term. Okay, similar move. Okay, first you're targeting similar kind of move like that, 100% move to happen over there at this area. So no continuation trade on this chart. All right, so flow, let me check. Okay, this area, that place, March, $8, so we can see $8 target on it. Okay, so previous low here, continuation trade, very much similar like others. Okay, these are going to be the targets. And March 2022 going to be here at this area. Okay, so all coins not going to hit the March 2020. All right, all coins not going to hit the March 2022. Some of them going to pump and then going to go silent, go sideways. So risk accordingly. Okay, so don't just put all your stuff on one coin, all your risk on one coin. So spread it. So this is also pushing higher. Yeah, so we were expecting it to go higher from these areas. And let me check if I do have a chart on it. I have posted, but not sure where it is right now. So again, similar. Okay, so continuation trade can happen over there, and daily time frame. So all right, in these areas, and okay, so there you're looking for price to tag and looking for buying opportunities over there. and in best case scenario go all the way up to this previous high. All right, so these trades are very much similar like Bitcoin. Okay, this chart very much similar like this chart, if you remember. Okay, this chart. Okay, so we are looking same kind of move here on these coins, like the move which we have, we were expecting on Bitcoin back in September 23, these areas. Okay, this to go higher. Okay, that move. So we are similarly we are expecting these coins to behave that way. Okay, that move. So and we found a floor over there in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin just went higher for the next leg, right, and went up to 50k. Yeah, so similar move we are expecting, and let's see how far these altcoin goes after that daily correction. EOS, most of my charts are showing similar formation. Okay, I think enough coins. I do have more. Okay, right, so more. Let me quickly go through. So very much similar formation you're gonna see on these coins. Yeah, so similar daily correction. Shiba Inu, if you are interested into that, right? Previously we were anticipating here at this area. Yeah, this chart move is already happened over there in the previous weekly market outlook. All right, within this area. So this move has already happened over there, back up to 1220. All right, from 7. So yeah, so we are having potential on it. Okay, so meme coin, so we are having a potential on it. Yeah, it can break out. We may see breakout, very much similar like Bitcoin. All right, so let it put draw that way. Okay, so I mean this move, so up to 360% move can happen over there. Okay, so what you're simply doing, it can test that low again. There is possibility. Yeah, we can see clearly. Okay, there is no doubt that it is also going into that daily correction which I have just shown you. Yeah, you can see there it is also falling into that daily correction, and seems that setting up for a breakout opportunity. But rather than looking for buy opportunity here, paying attention at these areas for longer term. Yeah, if you don't wanna chase it now. Yeah, so you're paying it. Let me pull out. All right, let me pull out this here at this area. All right, these areas, you're paying attention at these areas where the daily low is holding across the market. Yeah, and looking it to go that much high, that trade. All right, so just hold this area within these areas entries. Okay, and first target you're looking for at least more than 1-to-1 or more than 1-to-1, and in best case scenario this, and in ideal scenario March 2022 highs. Okay, this high, 300, more than 300% strength on this coin. Yeah, if it doesn't, yeah, you can buy more again at these lows. If it does not continue these areas and can hold them for longer term. All right, so same daily correction. Yeah, I don't think so I need to talk about that a lot. Yeah, so same daily correction, similar way. You look in this previous low to hold 1-to-1, at least 1-to-1 target first, and then that top, and in best case scenario if it spike up for another leg higher, then go for the next move higher. So you're paying attention at that low. Short-term continuation trade. All right. So cover same previous low, yeah. This previous low to hold. Okay, we were expecting Kawa to buy here at this area, yeah. Go higher, continue to keep pushing more higher and tag this low. So it's slightly spiked but did not continue, simply still close to that previous low. ADA has done its move, okay, but the trade is very much similar again, like daily move, daily correction to break out. Okay, so finally it took off after, you know, staying close to these lows, after stuck in at 25. So yeah, so went higher. So short-term continuation. Okay, so target is still, you know, March 2022 high. Okay, up to 125. It can go up to that much high. So if you are holding it for longer term, I mean found entries over there at 24 from these lows and still holding, yeah, so you still looking it to continue to keep pushing more higher. Yeah, so if you remember that in the previous weekly market outlook, we were talking about a breakout here at this area on this end, OITA. Yeah, that breakout happened over there. So I haven't updated, but we spoke about this in the weekly market outlook. OITA to breakout too, yeah. So yeah, same again. Okay, if I'm gonna remove that and all right, so same again, this to this daily correction, which is just unfolding over there. Okay, so what I'm talking about, I was talking about this chart. Okay, so if I'm gonna pull out daily time frame, we have seen a buy opportunity here. All right, this buy opportunity. Okay, we're expecting similar kind of price action over here on that daily correction to do. All right, so like this ABC, big ABC move happened over there. All right, and these lows to hold, like that low held and next leg appeared over there, this low to hold, and this target, or in best case scenario whole leg to appear over there on these altcoins. Okay, so again, similar strategy, similar place to hold. Okay, so these areas to hold. So you're looking entries within these areas, stop behind that. Okay, so first target slightly 1-to-1, or I mean 1-to-1 or slightly more than 1-to-1, 1.5. Okay, and then again, second target, you're looking that high, or in best case scenario, continue to keep rising for longer term. Okay, wherever you see that daily correction is just happening over there, okay, similar. So the idea is same. Okay, so best time to get in once you see that one coin is, you know, breaking out higher. Okay, you are expecting others to do that. I don't think so I need to talk about that. OITA, yeah, OITA pushed higher up to 40, yeah, so we have seen that it went up to 37 from 12. So very much same. Yeah, these lows, short term same. I guess slightly more than 1 to 1.5. Okay, first target 1.5, and best case scenario you're looking this target top. Yeah, and longer term looking them to continue to keep pushing more higher. March 2022. Okay, so yeah, so Dogecoin is also similar. So I do have more. Okay, so I have that Sia coin. Yeah, so we were looking for this to bang out from these lows. So it's just started to do what we were expecting. SCUSDT, I think. Tether or dollar. We'll see if Tether or dollar. That's too old. So I have posted that chart, but I think I have on Bittrex. Bittrex, maybe. Okay, so somewhere there. Okay, structure is very much similar. Let's get back to the Binance. So Bittrex is closed down. So Bittrex is not updating the price. So yes, we can clearly see that it has already spiked. Sia coin is away from the floor. Okay, with 403 almost 400% from the previous low. So idea is again very much same behind that price to take out the March highs. All right, so 2022 March highs. So very much gone. Oh, this chart. Okay, wouldn't suggest you to just chase that by continuation trade over there like that. Okay, so we clearly can see that even this has already went higher for this daily correction. Okay, so this is what we are looking on other coins, the coins which are in a daily correction. Yes, a similar move to happen. Enough for the crypto. Okay, now we're going to look at the others. Okay, this chart I have already told you what to do. And let's look at the Forex. So Forex basically gonna depend on the yield. Okay, so just a second. Okay, so Forex basically gonna depend on the yield. Okay, so we'll talk. Dollar gonna depend on the yield. First, let me find that old chart. The dollar. I'm sure. Yes, this chart. I guess. Okay, so we are going down. We were anticipating these highs to break and go down. All right, and looking for counter trend trades as well in the previous weekly market outlook, if you remember. Okay, and this might be a similar kind of correction for another leg lower. Okay, all right. Okay, so yeah, so this might be a this might be a pullback, daily pullback on dollar index for another leg lower. Okay, but before you trade on this, so the setup is very much similar. Okay, like that. We are looking at to just simply hit that floor, this area. This setup is very much simply showing we were anticipating short-term buy opportunity to happen on dollar index back in our room. Okay, and it's just simply pushing back. So let me bring that dollar index chart quickly, and then I'm going to talk about what to look for. All right, so all these charts. Okay, these setups. What's gonna be the base of these setups? So I'm gonna talk about that and what to look for before you look for dollar to go down. All right, so these are the dollar pairs That's the dollar CAD. Okay, and that's DXY, dollar CAD, DXY on lower time frame, 1 hour time frame. All right, and euro dollar. Okay, so these charts hasn't are not ready to buy yet at the moment. Okay, so that's Australian dollar, that's New Zealand dollar. All right, so on Friday, you know, we were expecting another leg lower, which is being shown here, and we were selling for, I was selling for that one more leg lower. Okay, so this is going to be the chart to watch. This is going to be the base of these setups. All right, that chart and this chart, these two charts are going to be important to sell the dollar. Okay, so this chart going to be important to sell the dollar, so make sure you understand that before you start selling the dollar. Okay, so US 2-year yield. US 2-year yield already went lower. It went from 450 to 412, 450 to 412. All right, and US 10-year yield is I mean, the pullback we have seen on US 10-year yield and 2-year yield is, you know, very much similar. Okay, and 10-year yield went up to, started to rise from 378. Yeah, so 378 to 378 to 412, we can say that 412. All right, and we clearly can see that the 2-year yield is falling aggressively to the downside on inflation numbers last week went lower. Okay, and 2-year yield is all 10-year yield is also dragging lower. Okay, so if you see that the 10-year yield keeps pushing lower up to 380 or 370, the setup which I have just shown you on dollar pairs, you are just simply looking, I mean, we'll show you, so you look in those setups to play out. Yeah, this is basically the chart you are watching. If this is going to, if 10-year yield is going to change, okay, if we don't see drop on 10-year, if 10-year yield is not going to materialize that move, the move which we are having on 10-year at a 2-year yield, okay, then we may not see one more leg lower on dollar pair. I'm less likely, I mean after having almost we can say that 40 basis point drop on 2-year yield, okay, it is less likely that the 10-year yield gonna go opposite, gonna go higher. Yeah, more likely 10-year yield gonna go lower too. Yeah, and dollar can go down on lower yields. That's the basically logic behind those charts. Okay, now this chart. Okay, so let's look at this chart first here. Okay, price already bounced, dropped lower from that that high where we were anticipating it to go down. Almost some drop has already happened over there in DXY. So, but before going to look at that, let's look at the logic behind, okay, for these setups for this week. DXY and 2-year yield first. Well, we can see that okay, so the starting date for that correction, the correction started from this date, okay, this low, this area, and the correction on 2-year yield has ended here, okay, and the high was here. Okay, if I'm gonna use that fib lines to understand that where we have seen already pullback. All right, let's start from there to there. Okay, we clearly can see that the move has significantly gone lower than this previous low. Okay, but we haven't broken that low yet. We are still close to that top here on dollar index. All right, so I mean, if I'm in terms of percentage, right, so we have seen that drop up to 8% or 37 basis point. Okay, 37 basis point drop has happened over there on 2-year yield. Okay, this is a sign that we may see weaknesses on dollar. Okay, and if I'm gonna remove that chart, okay, I'm gonna pull out 10-year yield on that place. Okay, so where you are paying attention even before the dollar, the 10-year yield. Okay, so 10-year yield is dragging slowly lower. The start date is here. Okay, so let's just put it start date here on this place, and top is there. Okay, that's the main reason right now we are not having weaknesses on the dollar, because 10-year yield is holding up. 10-year yield is not falling yet. Okay, so that's why dollar index is still stuck close to the high DXY and not going down. All right, so we already broke this low here. Okay, start date was 23rd December. Start date was 23rd December, the correction date. Okay, went up to 24th. I mean to 5 January. Okay, that high. 5 January, that high. All right, so 2-year yield is gone down on US data last week. Specifically, the services are slowing down in the US services sector, which was holding the growth in the US. So services sector also I mean slowing down. So 10-year yield is still holding that high. Okay, if we see that the 10-year yield is going down, this move is going to appear over there, and this is what we are anticipating at the moment. Okay, 10-year yield to follow the 2-year yield. Okay, and drag lower up to 378. All right, 370 or 380, and dollar to give us that move. Make sense? Okay, so the chart is clearly showing that which way we may see these charts to go. Okay, now let's get back to this trade. All right, this trade. So there you are paying attention. Last week, on Friday, we were expecting this move to happen. Okay, continue possible, but because 2-year yields went lower, so continuation was possible, and 10-year yield was stuck close to this previous high. So this one more leg was possible. So you are simply paying attention in this place. Yeah, if price doesn't hold that, then that place. Okay, and more 2-year yield and 10-year yield. So 2-year yield and 10-year yield gonna be your indication for this setup to play out. If we see change on those, then you may expect this to change too. But right now there is no indication. Okay, what we are having right now is that it's stuck over there simply. Okay, price again stuck over there, and you're looking for, this short-term trade to happen, and in best case scenario, medium and longer term, continuation to the downside. Okay, all the way back to that previous low. So what else you need to consider? Okay, the indicators. All right, so indicators, this is dollar index. Okay, so indicator is also struggling over there. So price is struggling, we can say that, very much similar like this formation. Okay, this place. So you're paying attention for continuation trade to the downside. So data, let's check the data. What kind of data is going to be released for this week? So Fed is also going to come. Yeah, so what Fed gonna this month, what Fed gonna say? They're gonna say that higher for longer, nothing else. Okay, but inflation is not saying that. Okay, so on 15, yeah, bank holiday in the US today, bank holiday, and CPI data gonna be over there on CAD, and Empire State Manufacturing gonna be on US data on US tomorrow, and CPI gonna be on a pound on Wednesday, and core retail sales on dollar on Wednesday, and Thursday employment change and employment rate on Australian dollar. So unemployment claims going to be on Thursday. So not a big week, we can say that in terms of data release. All right, we are not having a big data release. All right, but next week we may see Bank of Japan rate, this policy rate, the CN. All right, and yeah, next week we're gonna have, you know, manufacturing PMI data is going to be released. Manufacturing, services, yeah, important data. German data going to be important because German economy is slowing down more than the rest of the Europe. So obviously this data is slowing down. Okay, going to be bad. We shouldn't expect this data to improve. Yeah, so manufacturing and services. So rate the scene going to be on CAD. All right, and rate the scene going to be on euro on 25th of January. So yeah, so after this week, next week going to be packed in for data. So yeah, what is the reason why Fed gonna stay higher for longer? I mean, if we're gonna talk about that quickly. Okay, so first I opened an inflation chart. Okay, so higher for longer is not going to help the Fed. Market is not going to listen to them. Even if they're going to say they're higher for longer, market is not going to listen to them. All right, so inflation, as I said, that it's set to fall up to 2%, below 2%, okay? My longer term projection is the, you know, disinflation. Okay, so right now we are in a deflation mode. Okay, so disinflation go below zero, and I mean prices to start falling rather than, you know, flat. All right, so go all the way to that low. So yes, just simply pull out your 2-year yield on it. Okay, so that we can understand that US 0.2-year yield on it. Okay, US 2-year yield is falling, and US 10-year yield on it. US 10-year. Okay, US 10-year is also falling, and if I'm gonna, yeah, we don't need to put dollar index on that, but yes, this is clearly telling us that inflation is way ahead than the rates. Okay, and rates rates have to come down. So 2-year yield, that's the reason 2-year yield is falling. Yeah, makes sense? Yeah or no? Does that make sense? Yeah, it makes sense, because the 2-year yield, that's the reason. Let's talk about in numbers. Where the 2-year yield is, 2-year yield is stuck at 425. Okay, so I'm not stuck at that, so it's gone lower than that. Okay, so 412. Okay, so it's dropped to 412. Okay, so 412. So if we're gonna look at this chart, and where is the inflation right now? Inflation is at 3.4%. Okay, and we clearly can see that there is a decent gap between that. All right, so 3.40 to just, you know, minus that. 412 minus 3.40. Okay, we clearly can see that. All right, so 60 and 60 plus 1272. All right, so 2-year yield is 72 basis point above the inflation, and inflation is lower than the 2-year yield. So we may see further drop on 2-year yield. All right, so 72 basis point higher the 2-year yield. So that's why yields are holding higher, because the yields are not falling very aggressively like the inflation, because Fed is trying to hold them higher, saying they're higher for longer. But how long you can keep those rates higher while the inflation is going down? So just keep these numbers in your mind, and you will know the trend. Okay, so yields to go lower towards the inflation. And inflation, we are not anticipating inflation to pick up. We are just simply anticipating inflation to continue to keep dragging lower. And I have shown you the China story. Okay, China is fighting with this inflation. Okay, and the demand, because demand is not there in the China, and high rates are killing the demand in the US. Yeah, so inflation has to continue to keep dragging lower, similar like US. So you can expect the rates to go higher from current levels. Okay, and on top of that, yes, on top of that, if we put USINTR, just look at that, where the USINTR is sitting. USINTR is sitting at that 550. Okay, so huge gap is over there. I mean, a huge gap is over there. All right, so 550 minus that 550 to 4340. All right, it's almost 2%. Right, 200 basis point gap is there between the inflation and the Fed interest rate, Fed interest rate. So yeah, this is gonna squeeze. Fed has to bring down that interest rate. They cannot say that higher for longer while inflation is going down. That's gonna kill the economy. Simply gonna kill the economy. All right. So yeah, hopefully you understand this logic. All right. So the logic which I have just shown you, the 2-year yield went lower. Now you understand that. Okay, why US 2-year yield has went lower. Okay, so similar move you are looking on the 10-year yield. Okay, once you see that the 10-year yields is going to give you similar kind of lag lower, okay, we're going to see the dollar going to go down too. Okay, till we are having that picture. Okay, 2-year yield is going down, 10-year yield is also falling, the 2-year yield. Okay, dollar to just simply go down for another lag lower. That's it. That's the analysis. Okay, if yields start to push higher, let's say the 2-year yield jump back above this previous high. All right, jump back this previous high, and 10-year yield also start rising for upside, which is not the case because inflation is falling. It's not making sense the yields to rise, start pushing higher. All right, then you can expect the dollar to go back up to the daily highs. Okay, or let me go to this chart. Okay, then you can expect this to do something like that. Okay, is this making sense at the moment? It's not making this sense. The only exception for that dollar to go into that direction is that if the rest of the countries are doing worse than the US. All right, like the Europe is doing bad, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, other countries are doing bad. Okay, then we can expect this to go into that direction. So inflation is going to fall faster. It is falling faster in the Europe than the USA. Okay, but you're still looking into just keep dragging lower this low. Okay, and again from this low we may see that like that's secondary. Okay, but this is your picture. Okay, this is the picture you are looking. This is the picture right now. Okay, this lag, that's the basically picture. So we are looking for this move to happen, tag that low, and then we'll see where it goes after hitting that low. Okay, so hopefully you understand this picture and the picture of before I have shown you this picture. Okay, this 10-year yield is going to be the key for the dollar move. All right, we are already having the lag lower on the 2-year yield. Is clearly telling us that we may see another lag lower. That has caused the inversion. The 10-year yield inversion to. Let's look at that quickly. I have to find that. that's 3 months, that's 2. Okay, that has caused the, there we can see that has caused that curve to steeper, right? There we can see that. All right, so the curve is steepening. So the higher this goes, all right, the higher the higher the 10-year yield goes than the 2 years. Okay, that means rates, Fed has to cut rates aggressively. Okay, so rate has to come down aggressively. I mean, 2-year, okay, this, if this goes higher, that means the 2-year yield is falling faster than the 10-year yield. Okay, so 2-year yield, so drop on 2-year yield means that the inflation is going down. All right, so 2-year yield is following the inflation. So drop on 2-year yield means that Fed holding rate at 550, that's not making sense. They have to bring down that rates. Okay, and once they right now, what is happening, Fed is saying that they're not going to cut the interest rate in March. They're going to cut the interest rate in June or maybe in summer. Yeah, that's what Fed officials are saying. But market is not expecting that. Okay, if the next inflation report is going, let's say, going below, going up to 290, or let's say 260, something like that. Okay, this is gonna spark the interest rate cut, aggressive interest rate cut. This is gonna spark quick interest rate cut talks. All right, so last week inflation report came at slightly higher. Okay, so 3.40. So we have seen some stability on the dollar and yield. Okay, but after that again yield started to go lower, because this is still inflation stuck at current 3.40. all right, but in longer term, as I said, that China is facing further disinflation. Yeah, so these numbers not going to go higher in case if war going to get worse in the Middle East, and we are going to see supply shortages in the oil market. That can drive the oil prices higher, and in the result we can see the higher inflation. Okay, so if war get worse, oil prices go higher, then inflation is not going to fall. That's a simple thing to understand. But right now, okay, enough oil supply is there. Oil prices are not spiking because of this conflict in the Middle East, and stable. So we can expect inflation to just continue to keep falling below 2%. Okay, and these rates to come down. So yeah, so March is Fed can change their view. After looking at the data, they can cut in the March. But even if they are not cutting in the March, then June is there. Okay, so June cut is very likely. Okay, and the higher this goes, the higher the yield curve goes, we're gonna see that the drop on the 2-year yield. All right, and that gonna put pressure on the 10-year yield to go down too. Yeah, so 2-year yield, and the story here on these charts, because the setup is just simply showing on these charts. Okay, so the trade here, okay, short-term sell opportunity. Let's get to the DXY. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at this, you're looking at this trade. Okay, this trade first, this short-term trade first, after looking for a price action over there. Right, so same gonna be on this is done, DXY is done. All right, dollar CAD is also same. All right, so we were expecting dollar CAD to go higher and give us a sell opportunity at that high, at this previous top. So it's testing that high now. All right, so it went up to that high. So all right, so this you're looking slightly can go higher. Okay, so the best way to trade on these charts is to look at the one. If one is going down, trade on the other. That's the best way. Okay, I will look at that Nifty. Yeah, so we are still having a lot of many charts to go. I will look at that. I will look at that Nifty. Let me finish the dollar. Okay, so same goes to the euro dollar. euro dollar. All right, so euro dollar to, it's correcting. We can see that for upside. Yeah, so trying to correct. So you're paying attention. It's already bounced off. I was anticipating it to visit all the way up to this low and then bounce back. Okay, so you're simply paying attention in these areas. Okay, or if it doesn't hold that, then this previous low, all this mass is a good place to look for support to hold, and targets are already being shown on my chart. Okay, and then you're looking it to just go all the way back to that previous high, that trade. All right, so euro dollar is also same. Australian dollar. Okay, so this, we were expecting one more leg lower on the Australian dollar. So Australian dollar also. Pound dollar. Okay, pound dollar, there wasn't a trade on the pound dollar because pound dollar was already close to the high. So it's coming. Okay, so you're looking, I mean, paying attention at this area, right, and looking for this trade first. Okay, this trade first, 1 to 1. All right, so same on this chart, so slightly went lower. So the best way to trade on these two charts is look at the one first, Australian dollar, or if one moves first. All right, so New Zealand dollar and Australian dollar, if one moves first, follow the other. Okay, I mean others to go similar way. If you see, so I'm showing a buy opportunity here at this area. Okay, in these places. So this chart, okay, and there was a sell opportunity on Friday, so that has happened. Now I'm expecting it to hold that, go higher. So the best way to trade this move is that to look at the other dollar pairs, what they are doing. Okay, if you see that the Australian dollar is picking up, but this chart is still stuck, you're buying it. Okay, I mean, you're looking for a price action. Simply, it is at a good spot. You're looking for a price action and looking for 1 to 1 first on both charts. Okay, so at the moment we can see that we are not having lead yet. Okay, all these pairs are just, you know, hitting support or resistance areas, or resistance on the DXY, resistance on the dollar CAD. Only pair which has just moved away from the low is the euro dollar, which is a good sign that we may see strength on the others as well. Okay, if you see that this is going to break up, okay, this is going to break up, testing that high, all right, which is going to be a lead for us to others to move into the same direction. I mean, dollar to fall. Okay, if it doesn't test that, let's say if it doesn't test that and break out and goes higher, all right, so breakout like that, so others are at a good place. This is a good place for a long opportunity. This is at a good place for a buy opportunity. Okay, this is going to be a good place for the sell opportunity. Yeah, so this is not at a good spot to trade at the moment. Okay, but yes, we are looking pound to also keep you know, short term. Yeah, not much on it. All right, so I wouldn't suggest you to do anything. Okay, but just sideways, stay in that sideways market. All right, so right now in you know, like this. So right now what we are having one more leg lower opportunity is appearing over there on the, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, I mean, this is the way to trade on these dollar pairs. Okay, there we can see that this indication, I mean, this is indicating that yeah, we may see more downside on the New Zealand dollar as well. So New Zealand dollar is dragging lower. I guess we may see a sell opportunity over there for short-term stop behind that. Okay, and this entry within these areas. Okay, price may not test that. All right, so and can continue to keep falling, but this is the opportunity which is just simply setting up over there. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. That's how you can trade on bigger time frame as well. So if you see that this is breaking down, right, breaking down, but it's just stuck over there within these areas, so this is going to be the opportunity. This is the opportunity, by the way, it was already appearing over there. So similar way on a bigger time frame. Okay, so that's a pound. Australian pound CAD. Pound CAD, need to remove that. Okay, so pound CAD just reversed and just pushing more higher. Yeah, I don't have much on it. All right, just simply ignore it. All right, so these charts went lower and broke the previous low, went higher again. Okay, we may see another leg lower within. This is the structure, by the way, simply. Okay, so right now we are looking for another leg higher on Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. Okay, that can drag another leg lower here like this. Okay, so this is what we're gonna look for. We don't have a perfect opportunity right now, but this is the formation. Okay, so same here. Okay, one more leg lower is still possible. Okay, so I'm gonna remove that and similar way on this chart too. Okay, so not anticipating it to go higher, continue the trend, okay, but more likely you're going to see another leg lower like this from current price. So don't have a perfect opportunity at the moment on these charts. All right, so if this chart, you know, it's slightly slow, all right, slightly slow for upside, okay, like this. So you're looking for this way. I'm showing on daily time frame. I don't have, you know, opportunities on lower time frame at the moment, guys. So you're looking for daily time frame. It's already gone from that low. It's not making sense to wait for the price to like that. Okay, but this is what we are looking on a bigger time frame. So on lower time frame, okay, we still may see another leg lower. Okay, this leg lower we still may see, and this can be tradable. Okay, this one more leg lower is tradable. Once we see that in the New Zealand dollar and the Australian dollar, they bounce off from the low, okay, then there going to be a sell opportunity on this chart. Or this chart can drop first and the others can follow up. I mean, euro can drop first and others can follow up like that move. Okay, so why we are looking for this to go all the way back to the high, this move? Okay, we clearly can see that the Australian dollar against the chief is already visiting that low. All right, so the low is being visited that from the Aussie chief, this low. Okay, that's visiting this low. So we just need to invert that chart. I need to look at that this way. All right, I need to go side by side. I need to look at the euro Oz. Okay, so euro Oz is still, I mean, euro is still weaker against the Australian dollar. Chief is strong. Okay, so we can see that move. Okay, but this is not a place to go for long on this chart. All right, this is not a place to go for long in this area. Okay, the best we're gonna look for it to go lower, test these lows, and then we can expect it to go higher. It has already made its move, yeah, so risen from those lows, so it's not a good place to chase it right now. But what the point here is that if the Aussie keep falling against the chief, all right, then that means that the Australian dollar will also follow up the chief, okay, and euro gonna follow, so Australian dollar gonna go down. And then the one more leg which we are anticipating on dollar pairs, we may not see that leg. Yeah, so yields can jump back up. Yeah, then the whole analysis is going to be wrong. Okay, so I'm anticipating one more leg lower simply. I mean on 10-year yield. Okay, so it's falling in the previous weekly market outlook. We were anticipating it to go down, yeah, from these areas. So it slightly went higher and dragging lower. Okay, this move is just simply happening here, and it can continue to keep dragging more lower. So just simply ignore this. All right, what I have shown, go back up, this move on the Australian dollar. Okay, if this move Australian dollar will start rising, then it will not test that low, will go back up. So yeah, the move is just simply happening over there. Okay, so there are some other pairs where you can trade on Australian dollar pairs. I will talk about that, those charts. So New Zealand dollar is also doing the same. Okay, so what's happening on the Nifty, I don't know. So why you are so, frustrated to look at the Nifty chart? What happened to Nifty? Why? What happened to Nifty? So yeah, continue to keep dragging lower. In the previous weekly market outlook, setup was there. We were talking about that. Setup is just simply happening now. Just continue. There is no opportunity. We're gonna ignore this for this week from the current price. Okay, there you can see the upper. There you are looking to pay attention. Okay, we may see. So what I have shown on this New Zealand dollar, yeah. So if we are wrong on the dollar, okay, I'm just simply telling you, if we are going to be wrong on dollar, we are anticipating another leg lower on dollar. Remember the structure which I have just shown on the dollar, all right? So like this kind of structure, okay, this daily correction, this is the previous trend, this daily correction, okay, price is doing like this, and I have shown you this structure, one more leg lower and then go higher, or if we are wrong, if we don't see that next leg lower on the XY and price broke out, okay, if this moves happen on the DXY, okay, then these are the trades. Again, New Zealand dollar to short against the CAD, Australian dollar to short against the CAD. These charts are sitting up. Let's talk about it in a different way. Okay, so we may see this. Let's just talk about this way simply. So if I'm gonna look at the Kiwi Chief, okay, so Kiwi Chief is going down, heading back to these lows. Oil gonna be buy them from the current price, from the lows, from 60. Oil needs to push up for these trades. All right, so there we can see that the Kiwi is weaker against the Chief. If we see that breakdown, okay, then the trade to chase is going to be this. Okay, this is going to be the trade to chase then. Okay, but right now the price has already moved away from that top, yeah, and in the previous weekly market outlook, similar setup I was talking about. So we have seen sideways market on Kiwi CAD for whole December. Okay, just keep trading again on these resistance areas for these sideways market. Okay, so if price tests that high again, you're looking for this opportunity. All right, and same goes to this chart. So in the previous weekly market outlook, yeah, daily move, we can see the point here is that the daily move can happen. So let's just pull out the Uzi Chief chart on it. Okay, there we can see that. So Australian dollar is struggling against the franc and about to test that low. All right, but we can see that the Australian dollar is still strong against the CAD. All right, so we may see whole leg lower in there. So if we don't see that whole leg lower, okay, we're still gonna get these sideways market moves. Price already went lower, okay, in the previous weekly market, or we were talking about this trade. Yeah, that trade is simply happening. So right now, I would suggest you to chase. I mean, there is no sell opportunity. Okay, so what I have to ask you to look for on the Australian dollar, I mean, this wedge to go to the opposite side. Okay, what trade on the Australian dollar? This trade. Okay, this trade. If this move happens, then there is no opportunity to sell this pair at the current price. Okay, it's not making sell opportunity. Whatever the way you look at this, like that, or go to this or whatever, this is not the trade. Okay, so then this chart to go back up. Okay, this move go back up, and from that top you're looking it to go down. Okay, but this trade you're looking on the other pairs, not on this pair. All right, you're looking on the strength on the dollar. If that happens, okay, and then again from this top you're trading with the bank trend to the downside. Hope that makes sense. So it's in a sideways market. As long as price stay into that sideways, you are trading on that sideways. Okay, so what now we may see that move. Okay, this move, and from that top again, stick to the way I have already told you. So you don't have these trades. So if you want to trade, why I'm not showing buy opportunity, guys, from this low? Okay, why I'm not showing? The reason is that this pair moves very, very slow. Okay, and you can see that it stay into the sideways market can stop you out before going to move into your direction. So for short term it's not a good pair. Okay, but if you want to trade it for medium to longer term, like using a bigger stop loss, right, because price is staying in a sideways market, like 1-to-1, yeah, it makes sense to trade that way. But putting stop loss like this, okay, so 160, 150, a 15 pip stop loss, right, or 20 pip stop loss, okay, you may get stopped out before price goes into your way, because right now we are having a sideways market. Okay, so better to trade once price is coming close to your highs and lows, rather than within the movement, within this slow sideways movement. Okay, so same like DXY, so we may see one more leg lower here. Right, not a best chart, okay, but we may see another leg lower here on the dollar chief. Okay, you go back up, and simply not a best, again slow, very slow moving pair, guys. So just looking for this. Okay, if it has that low, so you're looking for not a best at the moment, but yes, it's setting up for rise. Okay, why it's setting up for rise? Because move has already happened over there on the pound chief. Okay, and it's setting up for this trade. So you're paying attention for this chart. There we can see that. So price has already dropped from that top. Okay, this move has already happened over there, but we can see that the euro hasn't gone into this direction. So that means this is telling us that the correction is due on equities. I mean, this move has happened. So this to break down and continue. We don't have a perfect opportunity right now. Price can continue to keep grinding higher like that. All right, so not a best pair, but in case if very, very sharp aggressive breakout comes, stop behind that entry and looking for this to continue. Not a best pair. Okay, but yes, if it goes down, dollar chief can goes down too. Simply strength on chief on one pair will also give you opportunity on the others. All right. Okay, so slow moving, I'm gonna ignore this. We don't have anything on it. All right, so we are having yen pairs. Yen pairs are, chief yen went higher for another leg. Okay, and there is possibility that dollar can completely bounce back very, very aggressively for upside. Okay, there is a perfect chance that dollar can gain. Okay, right now what I have shown at the start, one more leg lower on the dollar weaknesses. Okay, but we can be wrong. Dollar can simply bounce back very, very aggressively. Yeah, in case if data is going to be stronger, or Fed is going to be still hawkish. All right, if that happens, you have to be prepared for that move as well. So if that happens, all right, then you look into sell the New Zealand dollar, Australian dollar, okay, pound dollar, euro dollar, all the way back to the lows. Okay, so hopefully you understand. If not, then let me explain to you in a different way. So be prepared for that move as well. I have already talked about that in the previous weekly market outlook as well, when I was saying that sell the New Zealand dollar, Australian dollar from the highs, from the top, and stay trending once they pull back. I mean, buying. So similar way I'm talking about again. So for that I need to bring dollar yen and chief yen before we're gonna look at the yen pairs. Okay, so the point here is that, okay, so chief has already gone stronger. This is a very clear indication. Okay, so we broke through that high. So that correction lasted up to this low, right? That low. This is a good point to understand that. Okay, it will tell you that how to trade on. I mean, you have to. You have to be prepared for this scenario as well. So we can see that the dollar started to fall to this to this date. From that date, 15th of November to 14th of December, within that month that correction happened. Okay, so on similar date on chief yen, 15 November to 14 December, that correction started. Okay, now we can see that the chief has already gone stronger against the yen. This is an indication that the yen is getting weaker. Okay, so we broke through that top on the chief yen. 15th November top is broken out. Okay, on dollar yen, we are still below that high. All right, this high. All right, and dollar yen can continue to keep pushing more higher. What I have shown already on the yields, the 2-year yield went lower, okay, and 10-year yield is still falling. Okay, not exactly tag that low. All right, and 2-year yield is suggesting that the 10-year yield gonna tag that low. If so, then this is the move we're gonna have. All right, we're gonna have that one more leg lower on the dollar yen. Okay, but right now I will tell you how to trade on the dollar yen. Okay, I will talk about that too on the lower time frame. But the risk which I'm talking about, that can come over there because of the Bank of Japan rate decision next week. All right, so you clearly can see that the chief yen went higher. Okay, went higher. So there is a risk that the dollar yen can also continue to keep climbing all the way back to that high. Okay, and this move can happen over there, and this will not let the yields to go down. Yields will reverse. Okay, and dollar will not continue to keep falling for another leg lower. Dollar index will bounce back for another leg higher. May visit the previous weekly high again, a daily high again. So you have to be prepared for that scenario. So if that happens, okay, so you need to choose those pairs to buy the dollar which are close to the previous top already, like New Zealand dollar is close to the top, Australian dollar is close to the top, you can counter them, you can start selling them. Pound dollar is close to the top, you can start selling that. Euro is close to the top, you can start selling that. All right, so be prepared for this scenario as well. So if we don't see another leg lower, all right, okay, then there going to be a dollar buying coming for this move. So be prepared for this scenario. Okay, this risk exists over there. All right, this risk. So how that can happen, okay, how this move can happen. So this move can happen because of the Bank of Japan can again, disappoint the market. Okay, they are just keep delaying. All right, and we can see that the yield also started to fall in the, Japanese 10-year yield is also falling. There we can see that. So 10-year yield has dropped significantly from 98% to 54, from close to 1% to again coming back to the 50. All right, so this is putting less pressure on Bank of Japan, and less pressure on Bank of Japan means that again they may not change the policy, or not downplay. They can downplay this, all right, and can say that the wages are not rising, so they are not looking to change the policy on this 23rd of January. Okay, and can be dovish again. Okay, all right, so if they are again going to be dovish, then simply Chief Yen is telling us that what can happen with the yen pairs. All right, they can go for another leg higher back to the top. Simple. Dollar yen can go back to the top, and that move, so that move means that buying dollar simply. So be prepared for that move as well. So right now the trade setup which I have shown you, sticking to that. Okay, but make sure you so be prepared for selling these pairs from the top. We are close to the top on these charts, close to the top. Okay, what my point is, let me find that. Yes, from that low. I think that's going to be on a different chart. So okay, this chart. So this is what I'm talking about. So we went higher, we were expecting it to go down. All right, now we are expecting and give us another leg. Okay, give us another leg, test that low, and then we will start looking for a buy. So if we miss the bottom here, we miss the floor there, and it's going higher, all right, then there are some pairs which are just still close to the top. Okay, like so I haven't updated that. All right, so not helping this chart. So the point here is that sideways mark, so we will start looking for buy again from these lows on the dollar CAD, and you can see that the euro dollar is also close to that top. Okay, we may see sell opportunities from those highs, and pound is well close to that top. Okay, well close to that top, these areas. So that's not the case yet. All right, so you can expect them to push slightly higher. All right, and if they goes for another leg lower, they can go all the way back to that low. That's my point. Okay, so you have to be prepared for that. Oh, sorry, so I should have looked at the Australian dollar to let you know. Australian dollar or New Zealand dollar? It's the USD. Okay, this chart is telling us that we may see another leg lower. Right, so should be update should be here. like that. Okay, this chart is telling us now clear picture. Okay, like this move is being shown. So we are not looking at the moment, okay, but every time, and you will see the highs coming within that daily move. Okay, they're going to be a counter opportunity for this move. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that be prepared for this. So you have to be prepared for that every time when you see that. Right now we are looking at to just go back up. Okay, that's what you're looking. So chief, hopefully you understand that what it is telling us. Again, counter. So yeah, so need to explain that to you guys as well. Okay, so the window is closing for the Bank of Japan. The Bank of Japan window is closing, so they may fall behind the curve. It's going to take some time. Okay, I can explain to you. So what we have seen at the start, Fed fund rate at 550. Okay, inflation is 350. All right, and the market is expecting that Fed is going to cut the interest rate maybe in March. Okay, but on the other hand, Bank of Japan, okay, the inflation is, I think, somewhere close to 280, 270 somewhere. All right, I'm not exactly sure that what numbers are. Okay, but what is the interest rate in the Japan? Negative 10. All right, so negative 10. So other central banks, they are getting ready for rate to come down. And what is happening in the Japan? They even haven't, said that they have achieved their 2% inflation target. All right. So what they need to do, once the other central banks, they will start cutting the interest rate, Bank of Japan has to catch up things. All right. They have to say that 2% inflation target is reached, and they are going to raise the interest rate. All right, so coming out from the negative interest rate policy, and yeah, so after coming out from that negative interest rate policy, inflation will start falling towards 2%. Okay, and once inflation will start falling towards 2%, okay, then again, they will say that growth is not there, and they are going back to ultra loose monetary policy again. All right, so it's a longer term picture which I'm talking about. So the window is closing for them. All right, other central banks, they raised the interest rate, they are looking to cut the interest rate. Okay, but Bank of Japan is still stuck back in 2016 policy. Okay, inflation went higher, but they did not do anything. Okay, still cutting the interest, still holding the ultra loose monetary policy. So if they don't do that, if they don't change their monetary policy and hold that interest rate in negative territory, and inflation start to fall below 2%, okay, then they have to be more aggressive, more more bond buyings. All right, more ultra loose monetary policy. Okay, means that growing debts. Okay, more debts coming. Yeah, for governments. All right, debt to GDP ratio growing. Okay, so they have to come out from the negative interest rate policy before the window close, and then again they can start getting back into the ultra loose monetary policy. So they are lagging behind the cycle. So the window is closing. They have to do at some point, if not in January, not in March, okay, but maybe max they are having 2 or 3 policies. They can delay 2 or 3 policies, and they have to change. So once they do that, okay, then we may see aggressive sell to the downside, and that's what we are anticipating. So new highs coming, dollar chief, yeah, one more leg lower, counter trend move. Okay, if Bank of Japan is going to change the policy next, let's say going to be hawkish simply, all right, going to do something market which is not anticipating, and the carry trade is going to wind up, then we may see aggressive strength on the yen. Okay, and then it's going to be clear to just simply buy the yen. Okay, so what chief yen has done over there, broke through that high. Okay, so we can see that the others can do the same. Okay, so others can do the same. So chief yen is Euro is pushing higher. It can also keep pushing slowly higher all the way back to the high, like that. All right, so I don't have opportunity on these two charts at the moment. You only can counter the chi from the top. All right, and Euro is still pushing higher. Yeah, so it can continue to keep rising slowly higher. In case if news broke out and Bank of Japan does something and sharp breakdown is coming, then you can start chasing that. Very much similar like that. Okay, so previously I think they have done something here which caused that to go down very aggressively. All right, so similar kind of news is, if news is going to break out, then you're gonna just chase that. We don't have that scenario yet. Okay, so same, this also pushing higher, so going back up. So we may see break through that top. Okay, break through that top can happen. This is basically a signal for the dollar strength, yen weaknesses, the moment. Okay, we may see all the way back to the high. Okay, so same as I said, that we can see this move. So I'm gonna ignore simply the yen pairs. All right, and if I see that there is opportunity, I'll try my best to post on the TV, on the TV or on the Telegram. Okay, this possibility exists over there, guys. Remember that. In proper dollar strength for another like higher 500 pip move can happen over there on the dollar yen. This. Okay, same goes with the CAD yen. Okay, we can tag that high, this high. Okay, the current move can happen all the way back to that high, and this is what longer term picture. Okay, so you're looking for sell from that top again. Daily time gonna be okay. All right, so again same, so that top. All right, so CAD chief gone down. All right, so still pushing lower, so we're looking for this to counter back. Okay, CAD to rise, and we may see drop on the, I'm gonna ignore these charts that are very slow moving. All right, so dollar Chinese yuan to go down up to 110. So People Bank of China, they are setting the reference rate at 10. Okay, so we may see that lag lower. Okay, this high and that low, so you're looking for this high to hold. Okay, so People Bank of China, they are setting the reference rate at 710. Stronger yuan. Okay, so this is also the reason for us to go for long on dollar, short on dollar. Okay, hopefully you understand, guys. So the picture I have shown you on the chief yen, that's suggesting us a different picture, so you have to be ready for that. Okay, so right now People Bank of China, they are suggesting us yields going down. People Bank of China is suggesting that setting the reference rate at 710. This is also a sign for the dollar weaknesses. Okay, so yields going down, and People Bank of China is setting yuan at aggressive levels. For that, dollar has to go down, is also an indication for the dollar to go down. Okay, if that happens, then dollar yen will go down, will break down. This will break down, this move. So we are less interested on the dollar yen at the moment. In case if breakdown comes, guys, yes, sharp sell-off comes, yeah, just do that. Breakdown. Okay, so sharp breakdown, stop behind that, sharp breakdown comes. Okay, and you're looking for that trade. So till that breakout comes, hold. I mean weight. Okay, so indices just simply gone, you know, ultra okay, so extreme, so we are having a, you know, took a I mean long time, but they have, you know, indices gone for another leg higher simply. So US 30, this chart, I guess not this, I do have that maybe on the Nasdaq 100, Nasdaq. Okay, I don't, not sure I have posted on the Dow or not, but yes. Okay, so what you can expect from the indices from their high, just to get down in the sideways market. Okay, so I have to look at the Nasdaq 100 index first to just let you know that what has happened over there and where we were expecting it to go down for another leg lower, and we did not see that leg lower. Let's just get to NES. Okay, so there is the all-time high, is just has happened over there again once more in Nasdaq 100 index, and there we were anticipating this correction to that. Okay, this correction to break out, but here we were anticipating another leg lower like that, and this is what we did not get, and we got the breakout and all-time high in the Nasdaq 100 index. Okay, this is what we were anticipating. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we were expecting. This leg to happen on this weekly time frame chart. This leg. Okay, price at this bottom, and there we were anticipating another leg lower. We got that leg lower. All right, this leg lower, and this leg to the floor. And then we were anticipating, you know, it to go all-time high from this floor. Yeah, it to go short them. Then we were looking for this chart, if you remember that. Okay, we did not get that. We did not get that move. That's where we were wrong. Okay, we got that buying got, right? So buying was okay. We got that buying, but we did not get that next leg lower. Okay, we did not get this next leg lower. So here we can see that the Nasdaq index just formed that all-time high, which we were anticipating from there. Okay, this area, this move happened. We were, you know, went higher. We were anticipating this, and this leg was being expected by us from here to here all the way back to the high. So yes, that's what has happened over there because of the year end. Okay, year was closing, and that caused that move. Now what is the big, you know, big picture? So let's just look at that. So simple, you know, sideways market. All right, so this is not a good sign for the Fed. All right, so stronger equities means inflation spark. Okay, so they can, you know, I mean, Fed is not, that means Fed is not happy with the high equities. If equities keep pushing more higher inflation chances, inflation can rebound simply. All right, so yeah, this is the picture. Okay, the bigger picture. And all right, so in worst case scenario, another leg lower. Okay, and in best case scenario, just keep pushing higher all the way up to 20, yeah, 20k. That's the kind of index to just, so like this is the bigger picture. So yeah, that's what we are having. So we still may see another leg lower. Okay, we still may see another leg lower, very much similar like this picture. Okay, so back in 2015 or something like that kind of scenario can happen. All right, so like this. So what can cause that move to happen is the question. What can drive that? So if rates start to rise again if yields started to rise again, all right, then, or the second possibility, this, okay, still we cannot see, you know, clear cut continuation on equities. Okay, so like that, a running flat, you can say that still one more leg is likely like that. Either that happens from this previous top, or even if it goes slightly higher and then goes down into correction. So more likely we're not going to see, you know, continuation for upside. So I mean, more likely we're going to see, you know, a sideways market rather than the continuation for upside. Okay, this is a bigger picture on equities, on US equities. So we may see drop. So what can drive that move is the pickup on the yields. Okay, if yields started to push up, then that's likely. Okay, that's going to be a surprise for the market if Fed successfully, you know, if Fed successfully convince the market that rates are going to stay higher for longer, right? Then we can expect equities to go down. Okay, something like that happens, then we can see big drop over there. All right, I mean, we'll see how big that happens, how big that drop happens, but this is the bigger picture. Okay, so how to trade on lower time frame, guys. So right now what trade I have shown you is this on the dollar. Okay, so we have seen that the equities rebounded, okay, but dollar hasn't went lower. Okay, so this move has already happened over there on equities, but dollar hasn't rebounded yet. I mean, rebound means dollar hasn't went lower for that next leg. Okay, in best case scenario, you can understand this move on the Australian dollar. The Australian dollar is a risk on currency, so there we can see that the move has started, the correction has started from there. All right, so from there to there, okay, there to there, same dates, and you can see that the risk on move has happened over there on equities, but this is going to the opposite. All right, so we went into a sideways market. So we may see, you know, this move we may see. All right, so that the move has happened over there already on equities. So selling equities at the current price, if you are good at that, then you can counter that. If you are not good at that, okay, then continuation trade is just simply setting up over there on risk on currencies. Okay, so yeah, that's what we are looking to. We don't have much on the indices at the moment, even not a continuation trade. Same goes with the S&P 500. Same bigger sideways market. So previous resistance to play out, and we'll see if we are going to have another leg lower, or we are going to visit the 6,000. 6,000 going to be much higher, so 5,500 going to be okay. Okay, so this bigger structure. So there we can see a catch-up move. Okay, so small caps are really struggling. Okay, so they haven't formed higher high yet. Okay, or all-time high. So all-time high is still there. So So I wouldn't suggest you to just go for a continuation trade, but in case if we see a big drop over there and tag these lows, then like this. So that kind of structure. You don't have a perfect opportunity, yeah. All right. So for short term, like I have shown you, the risk on currency is very much similar like that. Okay, so Nasdaq 100x has already done that. S&P 500, US 30, they have already done that move. Yeah, so they have already done that move. So similar like that. Okay, just copy that and paste that there. So in terms of number, it's so huge move. Okay, so we're gonna invert that. This is gonna be okay. So let's just flip that. Okay, like that. Makes sense. So short term 1-to-1, and if it goes higher, then continue. Go to the weekly time frame. Okay, so not expecting them to continue. Simply that is disappointing, but market is expecting that rates are going to come, and people are just simply buying the risk on assets based on that. Right, but data is not suggesting that. I mean, suggesting more upside. Data is suggesting slowdown. Okay, so same picture, bigger sideways mess. Okay, same goes on this. Yeah, this has broken out. The Nikkei index has broken out. We were anticipating. Yeah, that has broken out very, very aggressively. Okay, and that's, yeah, correction is just due on it. The next leg is just appeared over there. So it's going back to the I mean, just simply correction is just due on it. You can't do anything on it. So gold. Okay, gold, a bigger sideways expanding triangle. One more leg lower can appear over there on gold. Okay, this is a bigger picture, longer term, but on lower time frame, that's not the case. Okay, so the move has already happened over there, by the way. Okay, so the move which I have just shown you, let's just talk about slightly in a better way now. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out gold chart. I'm gonna pull out the new Australian dollar chart. Okay, so I'm gonna remove that. We'll look at the lower time frame, 4-hour time frame. Okay, so 4-hour time frame. Okay, so there you can see the picture is slightly better now. Okay, so starting date for the correction there, starting date there, ending date here. Okay, ending date here, or ending date is here. Okay, like this. Correction, ending date, pullback. Okay, simple analysis. The pullback has already happened over there. I mean, pulling price is just simply pulling back. So this chart is simply telling us that the dollar already losing its value against the gold. Yeah, So we can see clearly that the dollar on this 4-hour time frame has already lost its value against the gold. Yeah, Middle East conflict can be a reason. All right, so Middle East conflict can be a reason that the strikes on Yemen from the UK and USA has caused that gold to go higher. But obviously, and Australian dollar to goes lower. Okay, and indices already went lower on that risk. So and indices also rebound. So this indication is telling us that the gold and the dollar is due to fall. Okay, so that's why we are anticipating at least 1-to-1 more 1.5, okay, or at least complete move to happen over there. So if I'm going to pull out my risk reward ratio on the gold, okay, at this area where we are looking for buy on the Australian dollar. Okay, so this is basically the trade we are searching on dollar pairs. Dollar weaknesses to broaden. Right, like that. Make sense now? Okay, so yes, this is making sense. Or if I'm gonna pull out my silver chart on my right side, okay, so same opportunity gonna be over there on silver chart. Silver also bounced off from the lows. Okay, also bounced off, but the opportunity is very much similar like that. Also silver bounced off. Okay, what you are simply looking right now, not chasing the silver from the current price. Okay, so silver to fall back and test that low, like Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar they have done. If it goes down, test the lows, then you are looking silver to buy. Okay, it's both silver, gold, both they reverse from the lows. Okay, but yes, the general idea, general view is the same. Okay, so gold to visit the high simply. Okay, so what you can do at the current price, move is already happening over there. You have to be really good at lower time frame to catch this continuation trade. Okay, you can watch it at lower time frame and can chase that trade at the area and can pay attention at this low. Okay, so silver is also the same. So once you see that, okay, so here is the point. So once you see that the gold keep pushing higher, okay, gold keep pushing higher, but we don't see move here on silver, and silver stuck at this previous low. Okay, so there are going to be a buy opportunity on the silver. Okay, hopefully you understand that now. Okay, so structure is similar like that. Okay, then there are going to be a buy opportunity on the silver here at these areas. If silver, gold, if both moves opposite, gold goes higher, silver goes down. Okay, gold going to be a lead for you to buy the silver. Okay, all the way back to the high. Make sense? Yeah. Right now we don't have a, there is a lag. Okay, there is a lag, but slight lag over there on a bigger time frame. That's a very, that's a lag on a bigger time frame. Let me remove that. Okay, let me remove that and go to the daily time frame. Okay, there is a lag. So silver still gonna be, let's look at this. So there where we are anticipating it to go. All right, and silver is still close to the floor. Okay, so we are anticipating this much rise. Okay, this much, you're gonna understand that way. Let's pull out that. All right, let's pull out that. So gold has retraced up to 61 of this previous bearish move, 61%. Okay, but silver is still 25. All right, so 25. retraced 25% of that previous bearish wave. Okay, so if it goes to 100%, all right, so I mean remove all those retracement and test that low, but gold keeps going opposite, so they're going to be an opportunity for the week. Okay, so that's what my point is. So silver is still at a, so you can find that setup back in my trading view, my Telegram. Yes, I have posted that here. Silver buy opportunity previously when silver was setting up for a buy here at this area, and somewhere there within these areas. I think we had that move back then, this move. So that setup you're going to see back in my channel on Telegram channel. So I'm talking about the same trade again. Okay, if gold keeps pushing more higher because of the problem in the Middle East, silver gonna be a chart to chase. Okay, oil. So oil is interesting, guys. Oil is interesting. Yeah, if conflict get worse, okay, so chances are very much clear that more countries are involving in the Middle East, and we just recently heard yesterday that Iran is also involving into that conflict directly. Okay, that's going to have a huge consequences if Iran is going to involve into the conflict directly. Indirectly, Iran is playing out, all right, in that conflict. But if direct, if we can say that if direct attack happens, then things are going to get worse very, very badly. I'm telling you guys. Yesterday, Iran, ambassador in the United Nations said that, sources which are attacking on the Houthis in Yemen, all right, they are legitimate direct target for the Iran, all right. So yesterday they said that they can directly attack to those sources which are, being used by the UK and USA to attack on Yemen. If that happens, okay, if Iran attack on those sources, like sources mean, some, warships are standing into the Red Sea, US warship and other countries' warships are standing into the Red Sea. If Iran attack on those ships, or let's say, bases which are there in the Saudis, Iraq, I mean US bases in Saudis and Iraq and other nearby countries, if Iran attack on those bases, I hope you guys remember that when Trump killed Soleimani, then Iran attacked in Iraq, US bases in Iraq, all right, direct attack on them, but did not happen anything after that. But right now, if anything happened like that, if Iran directly attack on US bases in Middle East or any other ships, then simply that conflict can widespread, and that's going to have a huge consequences for the markets, or specifically for the oil. Oil simply going to bounce back very, very aggressively for upside. Right now, we can see that the Red Sea is closed for supply. Yeah, so cargo ships are now moving towards through the Red Sea, all right, but we still can see that the oil is not being moved by those news at the moment. Oil is still stuck at these areas. So if anything happens, very sharp or aggressive thing happens over there in the Middle East, oil can bounce back very, very aggressively for upside. Okay, so this is just a guess. Okay, double, I mean oil can get into, double into the price, into the value. Okay, like that. No sign for this move. Okay, but be prepared for that if things get worse. So right now, what you are expecting is just simply oil to tag that low, and once price tag that low, 63 areas or 60 areas, oil going to be a buy opportunity for sideways market. All right, like this sideways market buy opportunity. Okay, so you start looking for buy oil from these areas, these lows. All right, yeah, simple analysis. So natural gas was a buy. Natural gas bounced off without hitting that low. Previously I posted that chart, buy opportunity, okay, at this area, but natural gas just reversed from 2 to 15 to 14, yeah, bounce back, so it's expensive now. All right, so I think that's it, enough for this week, and hopefully you have done something. Nifty, yeah, that guy sent me so many messages. Nifty, let's look at that. Stay simply bullish, yeah, it's bullish. Where I guess we have seen that here within these lines, yeah, because this guy asked me previously, yeah, previously for Nifty, and if I'm not wrong, I was showing some buy opportunities over there within these areas, yeah. So since then it's just gone parabolic, okay. So yes, it's very, very, you know, strong bullish for upside, yeah. So you only can expect it to pull back and continue the trend, okay. But what I have shown you on other indices, on the US indices, okay, so pull back, bigger sideways market. So you're looking for US indices to pull back. Once US indices stop pulling back, you're going to see a deeper correction here on Nifty as well, okay. So this kind of correction is due simply. Hopefully you got my point, okay. So we clearly can see that it has extended the next leg higher. All right, so you simply can expect it to, how far the current run can go, you never know, okay. It can continue to keep pushing higher, but yes, something like that kind of pullback is due, okay. So how you can trade, simply just trade for short term on lower time frame and be ready for that bigger pullback. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, okay, so you can see that the trend is pretty much strong. So just trade for short term. If it pulls back even on you know, lower time frame, and then just simply stay trending for short term, okay. So pull back and trend. All right, so you can there is no opportunity at the current price. All right, so it's just market is just opening and keep climbing. All right, opened, went into a correction, and then spiked up, opened, and then went higher, opened, and I mean, it's just simply being bought so aggressively. All right, and similar move we have seen. Basically, you know, some stability is coming into the South China Sea, causing the Asian stocks to just continue to keep trending. All right, so we have seen trend on Nikkei 225, yeah, that went higher, and some stability is coming over there, causing the Nifty to also continue to keep pushing more higher. So if it pulls back like this, okay, a deeper pullback like that, or tight pullback, or let's say just pull back like this, all right, and I mean, let's just pull some simple support lines over there. All right, so this area, that place, you paying attention for short-term buying opportunities, like, okay, so price is already running. You shouldn't be a buyer over there like that. If you're gonna buy and if stop falling, you're gonna get stopped out, okay. Or if you are going to short it, I mean going to sell it from the current price, it's strong trending, all right, so you easily gonna get stopped out. So there is no opportunity right now, okay. You either you have to wait for a pullback somewhere there, okay, for short-term 15-minute trade like that, all right, short-term 15-minute trade like that, or slightly deeper pullback within these areas, within the trend, within the moving averages. Yes, a very strong trending market, very strong. Look at that. So you can see that the price was pulling only on 3-minute time frame and just keep, you know, pushing higher aggressively. So hope that makes sense. So it's a very, very strong trending market. So you're trading short term upside and getting ready for a deeper daily pullback. Okay, that's to you. All right, so thank you very much for coming into the weekly market outlook and sticking with me almost 4 hours, I guess. Yeah, I guess 4 hours. So we started at 11. 3 hours, yeah? Yeah, 3 hours. Thank you very much. Okay, so we'll see you back again in another weekly market outlook. Until then, bye.